It's Big Old Friday.
It sounds like a Friday.
That's right. We're going nuts. Look down there, Huntington Beach, live shot. People already enjoying the weekend. We hope you can enjoy the weekend with us as well. It is just before 4 o'clock, and today on 5 Live, we've got a great Big Friday show for you. New Music Friday with John Mayer. He's not here in person. I did ask my Google to text him and ask if he would come, but he has not responded. So.
No, okay. Billie Eilish, I know you guys were all really excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said
Dua Lipa.
You said Billy Idol?
Billie
Eilish.
Oh.
Even though you did request Billy Idol last night while we were making pottery for a segment.
That's right.
Look at you. You're on trend with Billy Idol. You're wearing a members only jacket.
Whoa! Hold on. Wait, did we just get incepted? Ron, can we take that shot?
No, I'd prefer not to, but...
How did that happen? Oh, that's cool too. Oh, man.
We're back. Anyway, it's a Friday and it's just shy of 4 o'clock. 5 Live starts on this June 4th.
Who knows? We open the window so you can see.
Oh, hold on.
Look over there. It starts right.
It starts right now!
Oh, I did.
Live from the Glenn Walker so he could run studios.
back.
This is KTLA 5 Live. I'm Andy Reesmeyer. Thanks for joining us.
I'm Samantha Cortese. Hello. Bobby, you were cleaning the windows, so we just put it back on.
Yeah, it's transoms.
How are you doing?
I was running a little, so I am so excited.
Yeah?
Such a big show. We got gin.
Yep.
We got donuts. New Music Friday. Might get to a news quiz. We've got a
Might get
bursting at the seams here.
to a news quiz. You put a whole thing together, man.
Did
I
you
wanna
put
get
it?
to it?
It's
So,
a light.
A little
News quiz
secret
light.
here. Sam and I, it's kind of like when they do Weekend Update where they don't know what jokes they're about to read. We
I
were
did go through
shooting
this
today. I don't know. I did. So we were shooting today at a very cool place, not far from where you see here,
Yeah.
in a place that we talked about yesterday. Can we just show the little clip, the tease for the tease?
Go ahead.
So this is so exciting. We were inspired by the story that was big yesterday about that water tower house.
Yes.
And so I hit up the realtor and I said, hey, we would love for us to be able to do a segment about it.
Yes.
And he was like, come on down. So we headed on down. Sam did some gymnastics.
That was the clip.
Calisthenics.
That was
from
actually
the tease.
before you left the county.
But there it is.
Oh, there it
The
is.
Water Tower House in Seal Beach, Sunset Beach, Huntington Beach area. We got a sneak peek inside to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
It is very cool. Don't even put your expectations to, I mean, it'll exceed your expectations no matter how high you put them. And we checked it all out. We will have a full report about it. And also a very interesting, I guess, element to it.
Yeah, here's the teaser. He doesn't actually want to sell the house. So,
Okay, but tell me this, guys. Hi, I'm
mystery.
Robert Puente. I just Rob 101. Oh, you're not supposed to
Well,
see
we didn't
that
really
little-
do our intros, I
that
guess.
little
I'm
thing
sorry.
there. You
Well,
did.
we
You-
wouldn't know
We got
if
your
you
names
didn't.
up there. I want to know, can we rent it out at least, like an Airbnb type deal situation?
I believe
Well,
you can.
they
Yeah.
want you to.
I wouldn't mind doing
We'll
that.
see. You'll
I
see the
wouldn't mind doing
story.
that.
Just relax. Mr. Moneybags over here.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm just.
It is a beautiful, awesome, historic. It's a really neat property.
It's very cool.
But
yes.
there are some. There's another side to why it's on the market right now.
Yes, neat, historic, and another side to him, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bobby Gonzalez.
Oh, that is me. You can follow me on Instagram at SoundsLikeBobby. And I'm excited to eat more donuts.
Oh my gosh, they're right next to you, and
More
I can
donuts.
still smell them from here.
Very good, very pretty.
Yep.
All right, let's do the news. Today kicks off a national month of action to get people vaccinated by the 4th of July. President Biden wants 70% of Americans to be vaccinated by the holiday. The president hoped to reach that goal in May, but now he's extended it to July because vaccination rates have slowed. So now the White House is making a big push to motivate people over the next few weeks. That includes incentives like, you heard it here first, free beer. Pharmacies where the shots are given will also have extended hours today. And of course, there are all kinds of other sort of little things that are all out there as well if you were looking state by state.
Like beer and stuff. Okay, so I'm sorry. I just have to point this out. I'm getting mad at Sam because I'm like, Sam, your hair is touching your mic. Stop it. And
I've
I'm
moved
getting
it
this
all over
swooshy
my
noise.
shirt.
You could be able to very easily tell that if you just looked
It's
at what
the
the
members
channels
only
were.
jacket.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. You want me to
Gosh
take it off
darn
and show
it.
you my cool guns? My ripped.
I like
This is a,
Sam's very
this is
genuine
a,
and a genuine laugh. It's very
sanctuary
good.
state.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
You should just show them your shirt.
No, I don't. It'll be too bright.
Los Angeles County will be shutting down its remaining mass vaccination sites The 4 locations include sites at the Forum, Pomona Fairplex, Cal State Northridge, and LA County Office of Education in Downey. The CSUN vaccine site will be the first to close on Monday. The other sites will close by June 13th. All will be replaced with smaller community sites. The closures come as demand for vaccinations continue to dwindle in the county. We'll have more on this and the drawing coming up in the show. Did you guys win?
I did not. I don't think so. I have not received a call.
Okay.
But you know what? I have yet relinquished hope. So.
Okay.
Did you enter?
No, I thought you were automatically entered.
I agree. I second that. Aren't you automatically?
I don't
entered?
know, because I don't know, because I got vaccinated in Indiana, so I don't think I am.
I believe it was like an automatic thing where like if you got your vaccination, then
They know.
In LA
they
County,
know.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm saying I'm not.
But you
I
just
know, like that.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I
you're
was
not.
because
Yeah.
I was vaccinated, but I did get it before you guys, so maybe that's worth $1 million. Governor Gavin Newsom kicked off the state's COVID-19 vaccine lottery this morning, drawing the first batch of $50,000 winners. KTLA's Corrine Winter was in Hollywood with more on the cash prize giveaway.
And right now, the state is in the process of notifying those winners, which included 3 people from LA County.
There it drops.
A first of its kind California lottery
We will start with number 18.
that will turn some into overnight millionaires.
Los Angeles.
That big drawing will happen on June 15th, the date for the state's massive reopening. But today, 15 lucky Californians pocketed $50,000 each in the Vax for the Win giveaway to increase the number of people getting vaccinated in the state.
These balls are going to start dropping.
Governor Gavin Newsom, whose role today mirrored a game show host, helped select the winning numbers,
We got number 25.
not names that were put into a ball machine. Any Californian who received at least 1 vaccine dose was automatically registered. This random drawing totaled $750,000 in prize money out of the $116.5 million that will eventually be given away, including $50 incentive gift cards to those who've received their shots.
We have joined 11 other states. There's just 12 states in the United States that have vaccinated over 70% of their adult population. But we are mindful, good enough never is, and we've got a lot of work to do, and that's really the spirit that brings us here today.
This is the country's biggest vaccine incentive program. The governor said about 350,000 newly vaccinated residents in California have begun the vaccination process, and about 1 million vaccine doses have been recorded since the start of this contest. But he said even if your number isn't selected today or in the coming days, the state's already winning the war in emerging from this pandemic, citing the region's lowest case rates in the nation and millions more vaccines administered than any other state. More than 38 million vaccines. Those 12 and older are eligible to win, but those under 18 will have their cash placed in a savings account until they turn 18. The counties where those winners were selected were Alameda, LA County, Mendocino, Orange County, San Diego, San Francisco, San Luis Obispo, and Santa Clara County. The next $50,000 drawing will take place next Friday. 15 people will be selected. That's the latest here in Hollywood. I'm Corrine Winter, KTLA 5 News.
Cal OSHA voted last night to recommend rules that would allow workers to go maskless under one condition. Every employee in a room must be fully vaccinated against COVID-19 in order for people to ditch the masks. The panel voted last night 4-3. Bye, Glenn. Have a good weekend. To approve
Suckers.
I know. He's already got his jacket off, walks by all smooth. The changes would go into effect on the 15th when California's economy is set to fully reopen, even though Governor Newsom is not going to lift the emergency.
They're having too much fun. Being chaotic.
Retail and restaurant workers will still have to wear masks because they interact with the public. Employees will be required to show proof of vaccination. This part is being met with criticism. Governor Newsom has the power to wipe out the new rules with an executive order. Highly doubt that'll happen.
No, and it's also kind of confusing because if you just listen to that story, that makes a lot more sense if you read the push alerts last night,
Yeah.
or you read the article that was on the main page, or even Not Us, like a lot of other places.
Yeah, not us.
You would think that you all have to wear masks forever, but in some scenarios, and I can think of at least one specific one, where everybody is vaccinated in a room, then you take that mask off and it's not a problem anymore.
Right.
But I don't know. California State Assembly has declined a bill that would provide hero pay to healthcare workers. Yesterday, Assembly members voted against Bill 650. It would require healthcare employers to pay their full-time employees who worked during the pandemic a bonus of $10,000 spread throughout 2022. Part-time workers would get a smaller amount. Critics of the unfunded bill say the estimated $7 billion price tag would come as hospitals and the healthcare system try to recover from the financial impact left by the pandemic. Supporters of the bill say they will continue to fight to get it passed, but for now will focus on a separate initiative to award bonuses to all essential workers. We kind of saw this with the hero pay for, it certainly wasn't $10,000 per employee, but the hero pay with the what was specific grocery workers in like Los Angeles and Long Beach. Of course, the reaction there was to shut down grocery stores and lay people off. But it is still back out even further, whether or not you agree with this. It's a crazy thing to think that we have, in this state at least, the ability to maybe mandate what other people get paid. That a private enterprise like that can be impacted in this way from a vote to say you have to pay these employees this much more money. That is a.
But because the government has to intervene because this private entity doesn't recognize the extra precautions or safety hazards that are now associated with this kind of job.
So the authors of the bill say, sure, yeah, and I think that I don't know. We've talked to a lot of different frontline workers, and we know that. I mean, my God, it was just the emotional PTSD, or just the PTSD and the emotional impact of this thing on people who worked last year in hospitals, who had to go home. And I remember this one person who I know who's his wife is a doctor, and she got pregnant later on in the year. And she, during the beginning of the pandemic, they were trying to get pregnant, and they were worried that this is going to happen while the thing is going on, and I got to go to the hospital, and I can't get the vaccine. All these things, and that in and of itself is such a terrifying thing. But everybody, I mean, from the beginning on, when they didn't have enough PPE, and people were taking their N95 masks home and putting them in the oven, because they thought that would be the thing they would do to decontaminate them.
Yeah.
It's just, you don't have any. Life is hard enough as is.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in a system like healthcare.
Yeah. We don't disagree that these people
They deserve
all
of everything.
Legally, obviously didn't pass the smell test.
More than likely, we will just go back to applauding them at 8 p.m.
Yeah, everybody go outside.
That's
worth
what they
a little
recommend
more,
us
I
to do,
think.
It was a bittersweet graduation for the daughter of an LA County firefighter who was shot and killed at the Agua Dulce fire station earlier this week. Hundreds of first responders showed up for the daughter of fallen firefighter Tori Carlin. Jocelyn graduated from Saugus High School wearing her dad's fire coat as she received her diploma.
Wow.
Firefighters from across the county attended.
Yeah, we're just here to be dads for Jocelyn.
I was struck
I want to cry
by
right now.
Tori Carlin's focus on his family, his love of his wife and daughters.
Goodness gracious, that is unbearably sad. Carlin was shot and killed Tuesday by his colleague Jonathan Totoni. Fire Captain Arnaldo Sandoval continues to fight for his life at Henry Mayo Newhall Hospital in Valencia. What a tight-knit group of people. And what a good showing for them to go to the graduation. That must have been so hard for her. Oh, goodness. So sad.
Other firefighters said we were all there to be dads for her. It just
stop, you're gonna make me cry.
Makes me unreal. The monthly jobs report is out, and although 559,000 jobs were added in May, the number missed estimates analysts hoped for, more than 671,000. However, unemployment rate fell slightly to 5.8%. The hospitality sector led the month's job creation as COVID-19 restrictions continued to be eased around the nation. The stock market reacted positively to the report. Robert, did you feel it in your pocket?
Pretty stable today, my friend. So that's good news. Yeah.
Emotionally, or because the Bitcoin market?
I think it's all intertwined for me, at least.
Yeah, that's correct. How silly of me.
Whenever I'm mean to you guys, just know it's not your fault, typically. So.
Oh, I know.
Oh, he's telling us.
Okay.
And also,
He's telling us
also,
why.
We're getting bird-fed little clues onto why he was.
we know.
I don't know. Sometimes he gaslights and makes us think
do you
it's us.
think-
And then it Today we came in with coffee. We brought one to Bobby, and then you're like, well, you didn't tell me you were going to that coffee spot.
Oh yeah, that was BS.
And like got mad that we didn't bring him a
That was
scone.
nonsense.
And then we're like, why are you in a mood? Why are you in a mood?
Second day, Andrew's done that without telling me he's going there.
See,
If I
want
knew
to
where you were going, I wouldn't have ignored you.
Second day, I got it yesterday.
I feel bad sometimes because I feel like we're maybe kind of mean to you on air, but if people just understood what you did to us and the way you talk to us all the time.
The Facebook group already says, don't get Robert mad. You wouldn't want one of those BB guns to go off and put an eye out.
Was that Ross?
Art.
Oh, Art.
Facebook.com.
All kinds of haters. All kinds of haters on the Facebook group saying Robert's not very strong.
Facebook.com/group/KTLA5Live if you want to join the conversation. So much to talk about in the show today because it's a fun one. Today's a Good Friday. Not Good Friday, but a Good Friday.
Well, not only
the Good Friday.
Not the Good Friday.
No. Not only does Irvine have the Irvine Auto Center, where the 5 meets the 405 at Lake Forest Drive,
Okay.
but
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But really wide, beautifully paved streets. A new study says Irvine is one of the best big cities in the country.
sorry, lean over here because I can't see him otherwise.
Yeah,
he hides
so we're
behind
at the
he hides behind the
here.
camera that's behind you. I can't see him otherwise. Sorry.
So Irvine is one of the best big cities to raise a family, according to a survey from the finance website Wallet Hub. Irvine ranked third in the nation after analyzing 5 factors: family fun, health and safety, education, childcare, and affordability. Several other cities did well, including Huntington Beach at number 12.
Nice.
Oh, you guys are the HB area. Okay.
San Diego, right behind it at 13. Santa Clarita, 31st. Rancho Cucamonga, 32nd. And in case you were wondering, Overland Park, Kansas came in first.
Let me just say,
Wow.
Overland Park, Kansas, a suburb of Kansas City.
Okay,
Awesome.
great. Number 1
Beautiful.
place to raise a family.
Beautiful
Big city.
place.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. One board game is monopolizing on Bad Blood.
You don't say.
A recent survey says Monopoly is the most banned single board game for game nights and gatherings. 20% of 2,000 US residents surveyed said their game nights become too competitive or unfriendly, which includes bad sportsmanship and cheating accusations.
Ah,
Millennials and Gen Z gamers were the most likely to ban others
Of course.
compared to baby boomers and Gen
we
X.
can't take losing, so we just don't play.
They must not play that in Irvine.
Too much happiness
Yeah.
there.
All their families are intact in Irvine.
That's right. So, this is so funny, and I get it because also if you decide to play Monopoly at a dinner party,
You think you're gonna win.
But you better be down to do it for 3 hours.
Yeah.
That's the issue with Monopoly.
You're
Is
committing.
it takes 4 hours to play it.
Yeah.
It reminds me of how how Larry David doesn't ever go to dinner at people's houses.
Ah.
Real life Larry David, not Curb.
Not Curb
No,
Larry
like
David.
actual Larry David.
Why? 'Cause
If he wants to
doesn't know
meet
the
for
exit
dinner.
strategy?
Because you can't. If you go to eat dinner at a restaurant, you meet someone at the restaurant, you can just get up and leave
Yeah.
at any time. But if you're there at
mean,
somebody's
that's rude
house
to do as
or
well,
there
but
at your
sure.
house, it's a little less. Gotta go, guys. I guess I'm out of here. Thanks.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
and you
it's
don't
the
have to
same
help
kind of thing.
clean up. You don't feel bad. Good, Larry. Leave it to Larry. Don't roll down the window for the attendant. Don't stop and chat. You know. All right, real quick.
It's time. All right, it's time.
White to Reese Meyer. Reese Meyer, long turn over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez through ball to Cortese. Cortese shoots. She scores! That's one for Sam's Big Daily Sports Minute.
No.
I loved it when the NBA was when they played it in England.
Yeah.
That was a good. That was
I
my
forgot
favorite
it's all
era.
basketball stories today.
No, it was very good.
Wait, is it?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it basketball?
And it is a sad morning for Laker Nation.
Warning.
Morning. Yeah, it didn't get any better. Purple and gold out of the NBA playoffs, losing Game 6 to the Suns 113-100. Phoenix wins the series 4-2, eliminating the reigning champs. It was a disappointing loss for LeBron James and the team. After the game, LeBron left the court without shaking hands with the Suns, drawing
loser.
criticism,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
whack.
totally whack.
Bad boy.
Sore
You still made
loser.
multiple millions of dollars for being
Okay. This is what athletes should be fined for.
That's exactly
Yes.
right.
Not skipping media. I
Yeah,
mean,
just
that's
poor
That
one
too,
thing,
sportsmanship.
but like, come on.
Because also you are, whether or not you like it, and I think he does like it, he is a
role model ambassador.
He can't be like, hey,
for kids.
listen to me and what I have to say about
My
these issues that
moral
aren't
thing-
basketball.
and then-
but don't you dare judge me if I
seriously.
don't shake hands with my opposing team. That's so
Said it great.
true. That's so true.
I mean, it
said
just
it right.
shows you, like, he thinks of himself so greatly that the minute he loses, he's like so ashamed that he's not gonna go shake hands with.
He
the other.
is
Guys, like, why,
doing
buddy?
nothing
Like, yeah.
but
Yeah.
damage to his
don't at me
personal
about this.
reputation.
I'm not changing my mind. He should have been the bigger person.
I think so too. I think he should have shook hands because again, it's like
Or whatever, like COVID, like. Meh.
Yeah, you could be all pissed about it, like just fine, dude, whatever. But
remember
like,
the best part about when you play games when you're a kid and you win or you lose, everybody
What game?
lines up.
Monopoly.
When you play Monopoly as a kid. No, I was not good at sports.
Wiffle ball.
But I had to play them because I was
Which
in.
ones?
I played basketball.
Oh.
I was on the B team at Sycamore School.
Cool.
What's up?
He
Big ups.
played with the Looney Tunes.
On a game.
Well, I was lucky that I was tall for my age. I'm not. I mean, I was also in a school that was like a math and science.
makes sense, yeah.
Advanced. It was a small private school for kids who read good.
Red good.
So I wasn't like too. I wasn't
That's
too.
whack.
My competition wasn't
I can't
very.
believe he. I didn't know that.
But yeah,
until
but
we
remember,
did the
my
story
point is,
today.
remember when you line up and and I had siblings who were much better at
It's
sports.
very
than me.
humbling,
And you
and
got to
it
go, and
builds
everybody does the
character.
high
Good
five,
game,
think
good game,
good game. Yeah, and it's like,
yeah.
that's what you're teaching kids. Really, those are the moments where you understand what character is, and you build character. And this guy, who so many people look up to,
King James.
not thanks. That's a bummer.
To add to this though, I think this is the first time he's lost. Well, this wasn't the playoffs, or what was
This
this?
is the
There's a playoffs. He's
This is
out.
the first time he's
They're
lost
out.
the playoffs since like 2010 or something like that. It's been
Yeah, but
a
he
long
can't-
time since he
I
lost
get
the
it.
playoffs.
You get frustrated,
So,
but
yeah.
You can't be
Also,
goober
the
about it.
Suns, the Phoenix is having a rush of fandom right now. They've rebranded. They have new shirts. They're repping the Valley. They call it the Valley. I think of the Coachella Valley, but over in Phoenix, San Fernando, yeah. But in Phoenix, they call it the Valley, and they have new shirts. And I know people who don't care about sports who are loving just being part of something. And the Suns are really good right now, and
Good for
people are
them.
repping it. Yeah, and they're just on a hot streak. And that whole LeBron thing, like, get it out of here. Get it out of here. That's sportsmanship.
It's just also like the Lakers is it's such a, I don't know, it's a tough and it's a controversial brand, I think,
Why?
around the country.
Oh, because of LeBron?
No, I think just throughout history, it's been like they've
Well,
been
for
so
an
good.
Indiana boy, of course.
Right, they've been so good, and even I mean, we respected Kobe Bryant and his abilities.
Yeah.
But he was like, he was the team that we could never beat.
Yeah.
And Shaq, also that same era,
Yeah.
and it was them or the Bulls, and the Pacers could never figure it out. But they won last year,
I know.
and you come up from that to this, and it's
know.
like, oh.
So from that gross, I don't want to see it or talk about it anymore, to this. A highly anticipated boxing matchup is set to go down this weekend.
Wow, is this worse than that?
Honestly, I don't know. Following weeks of build-up, one of boxing's greatest,
Ew.
Floyd Mayweather, is set to face off against YouTuber Logan Paul. The 8-round exhibition match is going down at Hard Rock Stadium near Miami this Sunday. Mayweather is retired with a record of 50-0, but Logan Paul sincerely thinks he has a shot based on several factors, including height and age.
Floyd Mayweather, the guy that you saw fight, the guy that went 50-0, is not the guy I'm going to be fighting. I'm fighting a grandpa. He's frail.
He's already got that
A grandpa.
scrambled head.
Yeah, he's already.
Mayweather is 44,
brain.
by the way. He's 5'8". Logan Paul is 26 and 6'2". The fight airs Sunday on Showtime, 5 p.m. Bobby, you will be tuning in.
I think I'm gonna watch it at a friend's house.
You
Fan
say
fair.
spectacle of
you
it.
say at a friend's house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Robert wants to
What?
go. He wants to be invited. 'Cause he doesn't want to pay for it, but he wants to watch it.
How much is
Are
it?
you gonna get mad at me like the coffee situation? I don't know. I will be freeloading,
It's
as they say. I will be bringing chips and dip.
Ooh, something.
there's like an app you can pay for. It's like $20 and you get access to all these pay-per-view fights. That's one way you can do
Man,
it.
I
Well,
just
that
like.
doesn't sound legal.
No, it's an app. It's an app. So
Oh,
He's going to be watching it on
definitely-
Citizen.
Nothing ever bad came from an
Somebody
app
at
on
a
phone.
party is going to be on the Citizen app just going like this.
Hey, just
Assault with a
Ven-
deadly weapon.
Venmo UC
Mayweather.
David 38. Yeah, so like I could just get you the hook.
Hey, come
That's
over to
what
my
you know
pad,
what
just
happened.
bring a couple of natty ices, and we're gonna just
It's-
watch Logie Paul, our boy Logie, beat up
Floyd
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
I'll bring some Van Ices. How's that? So.
Van Ice.
Van Ice.
Yeah.
A local
Very
craft
nice.
brew. Van Ice.
All right, we're gonna take a break. When we come back and reset, it's New Music Friday. Dua Lipa, Olivia Rodrigo.
No,
Oh,
there's no Olivia.
Sorry,
today.
I just figured.
I'm so sad.
All right.
I could have found another performance to make it relevant, but sorry. I'm sad.
But John Mayer.
John Mayer, Billie Eilish, Dua Lipa,
Hey, Google,
NSYNC and
text
Backstreet
John
Boys
Mayer,
getting
are you up?
together. That should leave me